Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus, indeed the finale of Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus. My name is Rabbidluigi. In the last episode we took down a bipedal Colossus which had a weapon in a random city in the middle of nowhere called Argus. That was Colossus number 15. There are only 16 in the whole game we need to fight in order to revive our girlfriend or something, and we're going to go fight the last one. Very simple. That wasn't supposed to happen, but I'm sure that bodes well for the tone of the episode, and that we won't run into any complications, and that everything will be tied up in a nice little happy bow, and it will suit the thematics of the game, which have clearly been leading towards a wonderfully happy ending, which will, yeah, okay, I won't beat that drum too hard. I think I know where we're going. We're gonna go kind of towards Kuromori, which I gotta say, if you don't know the locations of them, how the fuck are you supposed to know what each individual Colossus looks like based on these things? All I can tell is where I've now got the word right on right stick in that quadrant. I think that is the third one, which is Gaius, which I know. I obviously know where the first one is. I know where they are individually, but I couldn't see a head emblem or something and be able to tell you which Colossus that is designated to. I see a bird. Somebody said you could grab onto that and fly it to a destination. I prefer to keep things simple, I think. We gotta go towards where Kuromori's fight is, which is roughly this way. There was a fork in the path. We go a different way. We get a different outcome. We get a different scenario entirely, and it's gonna be interesting. It might not be as perfect as we might think it might be, but it's gonna be interesting. Originally we went left. Guess which way we're going this time? Oh no! It's like Conker's Bad Fur Day! The end of Conker's... Is that spoiler? Probably not a spoiler. If it is, yeah, it's the thing that happens at the end. Go a different way. Apparently, maybe a different outcome. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Have you enjoyed the Let's Play? I have to ask, because, I always feel a need to ask. We could stop off here. I think there's another temple later on. But have you enjoyed it? It hasn't been as unanimously, well, not unanimously, but in terms of viewership, it hasn't been as popular as some of the things I've done. But that might just be the nature of the game, and it's not really a mainstream game by any means. But the people who have watched it, you people who've watched it, you seem to have enjoyed it. There hasn't been like 20 dislikes on every episode, so it's not like people dislike me playing it. They just don't care. So the people who have watched it, I appreciate your support. I always do. I always have. And, yeah, thank you for sticking with me until the end. We're not at the end yet. We're so close. We've got to do these large... Look at all these temples, by the way. I know there's one nearer where we need to go, but they're just everywhere. Why do we need all these temples? I wanna leap on that and ride it somewhere, but I also don't really want to waste time, because I know what we need to do in this episode, and it may take a little while. Don't really want to spend too long getting to know the exact route of how we get there, and also the fact that my horse is not quite as all-terrain as I would like. That's what we need. You can see it in the distance. I also noticed off-screen, or in between recordings, my pop filter is covered in moisture. You didn't want to know that, but I'm telling you anyway. It's quite close to my face. I'm not spitting in it, but it's close enough to my face that the amount of moisture generated by my voice is apparently enough to make it slightly soggy, but that's okay. You didn't want to know that. I won't tell you again unless things start going wrong. Then I'll tell you every second we can do it. Anyway, this is the only Colossi area. Well, that was an amazing jump. The only Colossi area which you cannot access until you've been to other... I'll hold up a sword, maybe, until you've been to all the other 15 Colossi in the game. So maybe hold up the sword, and like, yeah, baby, there we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's exciting now. Oh, we're doing things now. It feels like a final episode. Does it feel like a final episode? It feels like a final episode from my point of view. I'm still working out exactly what I want to play after this. I didn't think that far ahead. I mean, I thought that far ahead for other things, like... Around the time of Super Mario Galaxy, I was thinking, oh, I want to play this game, and Conker's Bad Fur Day, and Twilight Princess, and Mighty Number 9, and Pokemon Green. But, you know, after that, I'm not so sure. So, once again, give me as many suggestions as you can come up with. This is the temple I wanted to be at, because this is the one I remember being at. I actually practiced this Colossus based on this save point before really getting into the nitty-gritty of the actual Let's Play, and there's even a lizard, so we might as well. I didn't want to show off all the lizards, because there are quite a lot of lizards, and going to all of them sounds like a really irritating task, and to be honest, I don't even think you really need them. Not really. Maybe on hard mode. This isn't hard mode. Hard mode is generally kind of harder, so maybe we should, won't really worry about that. I would like to save, just because, I'll save in a different slot, because I don't want to lose this progress in the episode. I don't want to, all the incredible things I've mentioned so far, but we'll save it into a new file. We've got a lot of files. Enough files, I'd say, to really... I don't really know. Maybe there's like one for hard mode, one for normal mode. I think time attack is its own thing, so you don't need a save file for that. But yeah, it's bizarre. I guess because there's not a lot of assets in this game, not a lot of extraneous assets. There's like 16 Colossus designs, an awful lot of space, and some lizards. That's why you can have so many save files. A lot of people say that they'd like save files in a Pokemon game, and I agree with that, but there's a lot of data behind a Pokemon game, and to have like two or three save files, that's an awful lot of data to contend with, so maybe in the future. Maybe on the Switch they'll have a 2D Pokemon game, or a 2D, 3D Pokemon game, or something, and then maybe we can have that sort of thing. Just keep going, and we'll make it across the other side. There we go. I failed that so many times. It's so noisy. It looked like we made that comfortably. Apparently not. Apparently it was a struggle. And there goes our horse. Hello! Bit annoying, bit inconvenient. Quite sad as well. I mean, that's obvious, but it's all we had as a companion. As if that, you know, I don't want to ruin the moment, but just explaining it a bit more. That's, how is it worth it? That's the question. Is it worth it? Where's the motivation? Are we losing motivation? I'm externalizing the internal thoughts. Or something. I'm not entirely sure. But we carry on. We continue. We carry on regardless, because we can't turn back now. As if we could turn back now. I mean, we physically can't, but we've killed too much. Too much black bloodshed. Too much black blood has been shed. That sounds better. We can't stop now. We got to see this through to the end, effectively. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully, and with some decent timing to it, because I don't want another 30-minute episode. I mean, we may end up with a 30-minute episode anyway, because there is a lot to wrap up in this game, and we haven't even got to the fight yet, and we're 7 minutes in, so, yeah. I might have to just sort of bite the bullet on that and pump out a longer episode, just because I have no choice. I have no choice in this matter. Not a lot of grass in this game. Not a lot of, like, Legend of Zelda climbing grass in this game. I don't know why. I guess it's lots of rocks, the occasional structure or two. One final test of our climbing abilities, just to get to the arena. Things should start getting more atmospheric. There's no noise other than the strong winds where the strong winds where I am. That counts as noise, doesn't it? Oh, excuse me. Oh god, that was sort of an aggregated burp. It didn't come in one go. It was just like a scatter shot of burp. Here comes the rain. You can hear the rain, or the wind, it is rain. Okay, and it should start getting darker as well, because we need the atmosphere to be cranked up for this fight. It's the final fight. No half measures here. If there's ever any design ideas that the developers want to put into a final fight, or to put into anything in the whole game, this is where you put it, and we can already see our task, our goal, what we need to do to reach the end of our journey. It's quite large. It's quite imposing. You can't take a direct route. It's quite strong. It's quite a good fight. I've heard some people recently, friends of mine, say that they don't like this fight. They're okay. That's okay. You're entitled to that opinion. I'm also entitled to the opinion that this is like the best fight in the game, but not quite the best fight in the game. I think Phalanx is amazing, but this has an awful lot going for it. There's a few things which, from a gameplay standpoint, you might come to odds with, like the fact that it can, as we might be able to see very shortly, music's good. Probably shut up for the music, but I think we just have to go. It's quite quick. It's not quick, it just shoots quite quick. And we have to hide underground, effectively, and go through tunnels, which I can see why people don't like the tunnels. The tunnels are an indirect way of fighting a Colossus. I read that, I just saw my recording do like a black screen or something. I was concerned that it was gone. I read somewhere that an early concept of this fight had more more of an open tunnel network. Go this way. Yes, there we go. More of an open tunnel network, and points where you could see this Colossus, who, by the way, is called Malice, because, you know, it's not foreboding enough without a name which is like Malice, but Malice. Malice would be able to see you through, like, little alcoves or something, and would be able to take pot shots at you, as he is now. But I kind of like the idea. It's like a sort of blitz thing, like hiding in a bunker kind of thing, where you're hearing the sounds going on outside, you feel the shake, you feel the rubble come down from the ceiling. It is all very impressive, and it's kind of the scale of the fight, how large he is, and also the fact that we're quite far away from him now, but still he is a present threat, a present danger. He is still a contributing factor to this fight. Very large sense of scale, not just with the boss itself, but the arena you fight him in or something. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how to describe it without sort of going off on massively colourful, flowery language. So I think we go that. I swear there was another way that way, but I guess we go this way. It's very linear. That's the one complaint I'd have against this, is that it is linear, but there hasn't really been an open fight in this game. Not really. So I don't know. You still have the sense of scale. He is, I think, the tallest Colossus in the game, not necessarily the biggest. Or he could be the biggest, but not necessarily the longest. Oh, he's there. Okay, so he's like right there. That's nice, I guess. Let's go kind of judge it accordingly and hide behind this bit here. Could we come from that direction? I'm not sure. We gotta go like round this way, I think. I feel like we've gone a slightly different way, and I'm sort of establishing where we are. He can hit me. He does hit me for an awful lot of health, but that's okay. It would be a shame if he didn't, frankly, because this is the final challenge. I expect resistance, and you may have noticed that, you know, the Colossus, the Colossi, I don't really know what was the most passive Colossi recently, but, or the most passive Colossus recently. I've got to correct myself to stop you from doing it. But they are very aggressive nowadays, is my point. They know what we've done. We've done some bad things. They're fighting back. It's not good. It's, I guess it comes with a territory that you can't just do this and expect to get away with it, and you can't just expect to stroll up to the final boss fight and expect things to go perfectly well. So we gotta wait for it to do it, and then we go. There we go. That's better timing. Wait for it to hit, and then dive into the hole. There you go. Fine work. Probably should wait at some point for my health to regen, because otherwise we may have problems. I have fallen off this Colossus before, and it does do a lot of damage. But anyway, here we are. We're at the feet of it. It can no longer hit us with electrical attacks from a distance. We now have to climb this incredible beast, and then I think do some things at the top. It's fine. Anyway. Also the melancholic music, and the rain, and the atmosphere. You're not supposed to be enjoying this, is the point I'm trying to get across, and or at least the game is trying to get across. And if you are, you know, you're the monster the game thinks you are. So, you know, good for that. It is a fun fight, I guess. It has its benefits, has its pros and cons. More pros than cons, I'd argue. But yeah, it suits the end of the game very well, which we haven't even got to yet. But not necessarily something you should be proud of. I'll just keep going around these summaries of this game or something. I don't know. I'm proud of the project, though. I'm proud of how I've. Not necessarily how I've played, because, you know, there have been moments where I could have played better. Maybe with some practice I could have done some fights significantly better. Also, not a lot of shaking around, although it likes to glitch around a little bit. That's fine. We got plenty of stamina. We killed a lizard on the way here, so do you want to go any higher? Oh, that's kind of what he's trying to do. Go, like, leap up there. No? Okay, maybe not. So we'll get off here and go up higher this way. There you go. Is that easy for you? Is that easier for you? Make a big leap. There we go. Very simple. A simple... No, okay, you can try that. You can try that. That's not what I really wanted you to do. We're just going to keep climbing. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to keep climbing in our own time. Enjoy the atmosphere and the general spectacle of this fight. And try and work out what we're going to do when we get there. I kind of half remember what we need to do when we get there. It's a bit more complicated, as you'd expect, than get on his head and stab the head, sadly. But, you know... It's what we can come to expect. This game's gotten harder. It's gotten more complicated. It's gotten more interesting. It's taken a shift in tone. What would you say was the moment where the game shifted in tone the most dramatically. This one. Here we go. There you go. Got to make our way down to yeah, we're in the right place. I was checking we were on the right side of the Colossus. Got to stab it in the back. Are you kidding me? I mean, really, it never had any trust in us, so it's not that bad. But we're still stabbing it in the back. I mean, that's a bad moment at the best of times. Want to leap off, or maybe not. Maybe we won't leap. I'll get back up there. And then when it comes close, we make the leap and we grab onto his hand. Here we go. This is where the fight gets a bit less passive and more dynamic and more trying to do things in an order that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to fall off. No. Okay, it's fine. He's just inspecting his hand. Nobody. Okay, apparently we're just going to fall off. I held R1 quite strongly. Strongly isn't even a word. You'd say, like, with great strength, with great fortitude, with great determination to not fall off. I feel my right finger has been firmly planted on the R1 button since basically we started this climb up the beast. So we want to go slightly further this way onto a nearly flat part and then shoot him in the shoulder and then try and hold on to something. It should then grab onto his shoulder, or am I thinking too far ahead? Maybe too far ahead. We got to get up to his arm. Maybe. Oh, we got to get onto that hand. Oh no! No! Oh, I held R1. R1 was substantially held. You don't give me that. Don't give me that. R1 was so well held. My finger was firmly lodged on top of R1. Don't cheat me, game. And we died. We died trying to get back. So, I actually died to a Colossus this time. There you go. There are some people who can just run up to this fight and just avoid somehow. I don't know how they do it. Somehow avoid all of the. No, I'm not doing this again. It took me a while to get back up here. Somehow avoid all of the electrical blasts and then just waltz up to the front of the door. Oh, no. I quit. So I want to enjoy it. Now this journey's been built on determination. We can't quit now. Still very annoying to go up that far, to spend that long climbing, and then immediately you just fall to the ground. Fall to your not quite death. I wish it was. Then I'd feel a certain amount of significance in what we were just involved in. My finger is so tightly wrapped around the R1 button. You have no idea. I may need to be surgically removed from the controller when this fight's over. Is what I'm not a threat. I haven't been a threat this whole game. Let me just run up your arm for a second. I was a little bit early, a little bit hasty in what I wanted to do. What do we have to shoot with an arrow? I think we have to shoot his shoulder with an arrow. So we've got to hit him with this. You can't knock me off from here. You might be able to knock me off from here, but probably not knock me off from here, because it takes me so long to get up here. It's a good fight. From atmosphere perspective, it's a very good fight, but gameplay does sometimes have problems. Then maybe we just do this. So I get some footing and then just leap off. No, that's not how you leap off. It's not how you leap off. Gotta go this way. No, gonna go in a direction. People are gonna get annoyed at me because I'm going down to this game. Go this way, there we go. And then grab, running out of stamina. That's not a problem. It's never been a problem. Never gonna be a problem. It's gonna be annoying. Gonna be annoying. I just want some time to get some stamina back. This was again a good fight to have lots of stamina before. Just stand still a second. Stop inspecting your hand. It's not that interesting. I want to get up here just so I can get a breather. It's not gonna work. I've got so little stamina. I just want to breathe, man, breathe for yourself. Breathe for everybody, for your family, for everyone who loves you. Oh, it's gone. I didn't fall as far. Okay, we've refreshed stamina. We have loads of stamina to do this, and we've also got on there nice and quick. This should go better. I hope it goes better. Here's the thing. I like a lot of things about this fight, just not enough things about this fight to stop me from being really irritated by lots of things about this fight. Does that make sense? We have to shoot his shoulder. I know that, but got to get into a position where we can kind of see his shoulder. Kind of the wrong way up. Need to be slightly near the top. Which way's up is the question I'm trying to ask here. I don't know. Yeah. You can see why this is a challenge. This is the final challenge, and really no other Colossus has made you do this kind of stuff. So I just stop moving your hand for half a fucking second so I can be at the top. Why am I upside down? I don't want to be upside down. It's not going well. This is just giving people who think I'm terrible at this game more ammunition for thinking that I'm terrible at this game. And, you know, I'm not amazing, but often I feel like I don't have to be amazing at every single game I play for there to be entertainment. Fucking piece of shit! Okay, so maybe I'm not as good at this game as I like to think. That's okay, because, again, I don't have to be amazing at every game I play on this channel, but a lot of this fight, I've come to realize, is prior knowledge, because what I didn't know you could do, I feel like I might have known a while ago. Why are you still looking at your hand? There's nothing on your hand. I'm just trying to regain some stamina so I can make the approach to the other hand a bit easier. What I didn't know, or I guess I did know, because I have finished this game once already, you can stab that hand and it will stay still. So, I don't know how you're supposed to work that out, other than just stab everything and see what happens, but I guess there is a solution. There is a way of doing things a bit easier, but you have to really think about it. Just leap off the... Okay, no! Only then do you leap off. That's a bit aggravating. Okay, we're there. All I need you to do now is just sit still or give me some kind of gradient where I can stab you in the fucking hand! You horrible, horrible thing. Okay, that's fine. Now we just gotta get up kind of high. Which way's up? Which way's up? Do we know? I'll stab you again. I'll fucking do it. I'm gonna do it again, because I can. I'll stab you in the hand again. Because you know, there's a lot to like about this fight. We'd yet to kind of see the fun part of this fight yet. I'll stab you in the hand again. There you go. Now hold it still. Hold it steady. I need to shoot you in the shoulder. I know this. I know this part. Just stand still. Stand still. I can shoot you in the shoulder. I just want to do it. Is it too much to ask? I don't know if it is. I'm not sure. Am I asking too much from a fight? Maybe I am. I'm not sure. I'm gonna talk like this now, because apparently this is all I'm capable of. Slightly exasperating. I've stabbed you so many times in the hand. Hold it steady. Hold the ship steady so I can shoot you in the shoulder. Oh, that's more like it. There we go. This is what we needed. Oh, fuck me with a rusty shovel. Okay, no. Oh, I am. That was my fault. So hang on. Just don't wind up your comment about how terrible I am at this game, and just think about the spectacle we've woven ourselves here. What we have, this very tricky scenario, a totally ill-equipped human fighting a god, effectively, struggles many times, falls off many times. It just means that the spectacle we have of trying to overcome all these odds and all the hardships we have come across many times in this fight, it all goes towards the final spectacle and the final result of overcoming insane odds. Like really insane odds. We are where we need to be. That doesn't mean we've overcome the biggest problem. I wouldn't say this is the biggest problem, but it can be a problem, and getting him to stand still, now he knows we're on his head, is also rather problematic, and we can be tossed from side to side for a long period of time. I've looked up what people don't like about Argus, and people say that he likes to cancel your swing animation, and you can see that doing the same with Malice is rather tricky too. There's one. We need like 5, okay? He's gonna be doing this for a while. I read somewhere that you can stab him in the shoulder, or not stab him in the shoulder, but shoot an arrow at his shoulder, and the game will think that you're still on his hand, so we'll do that animation. I might try that if we start to run out of stamina. Just do another, just, you know, he's barely moving. He's barely moving, really. I just want him to stop moving for a second so I can, like, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else for a second. Go over here. I want to try this because I've heard it works. Like, shoot an arrow in his shoulder if it will just stop moving. You know, it's not that exciting. Nothing's... okay, I don't really know where we are anymore. Maybe I can just stab him in the shoulder. Can I do that? We're testing things out now. This is less about wanting to get it done, and I want to get it done, but I just want to try things out. No. Letting go of R1, maybe not a good idea when he's still moving. And then just like stab him in the shoulder and see what happens. It'll get him to stop moving for a second. We can go up to his head and then have a better time at trying to deal with the stuff. Stab him in the shoulder. Bring your hand over. Is he gonna bring his hand over? Oh, we can look at that! Yeah, video games. Fuck yeah, video games. I like it. I like it. What a trick. What a trick that is. Maybe that's the best way of defeating him. I don't know. But that's kind of clever. Kind of clever. Maybe if you use your brain, which maybe when I've been playing this game, I've lacked that capability to stop and think and use that the most underused muscle in the human body, the brain, really useful. You can do like everything with it. You can do tax returns with it. It's the same day of me trying to do tax returns of HMRC, which is a company run by incredible morons. But, you know, I have to pay them money. So, good on you for that, you bastards. They don't watch my videos. Maybe they'll watch a video to determine what I do for a... No. R1 is so deeply pressed right now. Oh, did you hear that no? That wasn't an angry no. That was like a no. A disbelieving no. Hit him in the shoulder. Then he'll stop moving. Then we go back up. This is a very slow process, but it's a very reliable process, so I like it. We could probably also use it to get some stamina back, so... I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, it's okay, the recording died as I hit him for the third time, the second time. He didn't miss much, I just I made my way back up here, having stabbed him in the shoulder. Don't know why my recording went. Nothing's really been going wrong all day, or recently, but... you didn't miss all that much. I just want to stay on him now. I want to stay on him and just hit him in the shoulder one more time. We've been tossed around a little bit. That's okay. We've been tossed around this whole game, so frankly at this stage I'm used to it. No! That didn't work. Something or other didn't work there. Is his hand coming over? So it did work, but I just lost my balance, I guess. I want to sort of get some stamina back. I want to take some time. I'm not here. Stop trying to shake me off. You're shaking off nothing. You're being paranoid. There's no one. Hasn't been anyone here. You've been. This is a figment of your imagination, giant beastie. Just stab him in the shoulder, make him stop. Please stop. Please stop. I just want to finish it. I'm slightly hysterical. It's fine. I've had an interesting day today. Things haven't always gone my way today. I'd like them to go my way just once today. And then I can have an easier rest of the... No, I can have an easier rest of the day. Have a nice relaxing edit of these 2 episodes. And then, like, eat something nice. Go somewhere nice. Go somewhere which isn't raining and windy and occupied by this guy who just shoots electricity and, you know... I guess if you want to get things done in this game, you have to really want to get things done. Have some grip. Have some stabby in the head. Oh, God. That was, I know, I've already used the title pulling teeth. I think we could probably use that again. I've stopped timing myself for this episode because at this stage, we're just going till the end. However long it's going to be. You're going to have to cope. He didn't move anywhere. He doesn't go anywhere. We're just going to casually fall off the side of him and not die. I think this is why you can't die by falling off of him, because you fall off at the end. We're just going to fall off into the ether. Falling off over the edge. That was, it was quite strenuous, quite a challenge. It's supposed to be, it's the final boss, and my deliberate, let's call them deliberate, because that's what they're supposed to look like. Me failing made it look more like a genuine challenge. You don't want your final boss to be a pushover. Anyway, we have a very long epilogue to go through, which is fine. There's like a tiny bit of voice acting. I don't have to do any more playing, that's the important thing. Anyway, these guys who we saw at like 13 or 14, 11, 12? Any advance on 12? That's for Colossus, not like episode. I guess they're the same thing. Don't really know what they're doing. Although the mask which has gone up looks very similar to a mask which was shown... Oh, he's putting it down. A mask which was shown when the Angry Ceiling was explaining how this land works. So, in the first episode, you can go back and look at it if you like. I don't know the significance, but they are masks of something. Might know this area. Probably should know this area. Really, everything is kind of coming full circle as we see a very large spirally circle. Hopefully my recording doesn't die. Again. That'd be annoying, wouldn't it? How annoying would that be? Oh, I could tell you. I'd have to charge. Lord Emon. Emon? Emon. Oh. That puts the timing on that to an interesting point. They didn't have any organs. As in, they have organs, but they didn't have an organ. Very loud organ making noise. It suddenly broke. The last guardian. Not that, but the last guardian has been destroyed. Oh, there's the organ! I've found the organ. It's very loud. It's Oh, and that hasn't changed anything. I expect to see some results. She looks more human. Does she breathe air, oxygen? Just sit up and say, "Hi, everything's okay. Everything you did before this wasn't for naught. Wasn't for just the joy that can be found in taking out something like that." I don't think there really was anything. Having done that, there was satisfaction involved, but also a sense that, you know, I probably shouldn't have struggled that much. Really? There are difficulties. Maybe it's for life setting. I am very battered and bruised. The journey has taken its toll. But that's okay. Because having done that, we have magical deity powers now, I think. Or we're just going to be lifted into the sky. I'm not sure. I mean, all the tendrils which were injected into us probably wasn't good for us. Some kind of prayer in some kind of language which just doesn't make sense. Anyway. Oh, there's the sword! That might be important. I mean, how will I search for giant beasts now? And those figures. Oh, I've got horns. And those figures, which were around my corpse before. Not my corpse, but... Do they know me? I mean, I've got a good idea. Sounds like he's speaking backwards in places. I mean, you put some makeup on him, it'll look fine. Why would you shoot for the leg first? I mean, that's a slow wound. It's bizarre to aim for the leg first if you ultimately want to kill me. This escalated quickly, I feel. So do they have to make it black blood so this is a 12, not a 15? That doesn't have an M rating? Curious. I think that's what that's what it has to be. I think at this stage we're so full of bad things. Or full of black things. I don't think this really makes much difference. We're about at the stage of where we were previously, which is staggering around gasping for air, so... To be fair, the strength required to stand up or get up from a lying position with a sword through your chest, through your shoulder, it's quite impressive. You would think that there's surely some kind of benefit. I mean, if the angry ceiling wants one thing, surely the person who gets it shouldn't be immediately tossed aside. You never know, it could be useful for other things as well. Just a thought. Still no indication that she's alive. Also, yeah, I think we've got some gameplay coming up. As amazing as that sounds. And I'm not sure if you can hear it over the very loud sound of this growing. You can hear... You can hear remnants. You can hear remnants of previous songs in the game. I like that. And sound effects as well. Not really the most important thing at the moment. Were we the villain all along? Pretty sure we were. Oh yeah, I like the loading screen. You know what the loading screen means. Gotta load something which isn't necessarily a cutscene. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. You can't hurt me. I don't really know where we're going, but I'm gonna go get my girlfriend. I haven't got any weapons. It's a bit inconvenient. Where are these dirty humans? They're like beneath me. Don't leave. Put the sword down. Put the goddamn sword. Wait, I can't go backwards. These are like awkward tank controls, maybe. Oh yeah. I can't really like damage anybody. I have no attacks. Is my point. I'll press buttons. No buttons do anything, unfortunately. And we're gradually being worn down. What did he do with my sword? I could try and wield the sword as this thing. It's the best idea we've got. It's not really the most threatening creature, really, other than being a giant thing with horns and some kind of like spider legs at the back. Bizarre, but I don't really have many weapons. Don't really have anything which can do anything against anything. So I'm slowly becoming more solid. Is that good? Can't see through myself anymore. But I still haven't got any attacks. It's a bit annoying. Unless circle doesn't attack. What was my attack? Was it square? Oh, here we go! That's what I was looking for. Where do they go? Where do they go? Are they inside me? They're over here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You're gonna pay now if I can work out how to turn around. Yeah, oh, it's very, very awkward. Very awkward. Going this way. Going this way. In the speed of a weird deity can. There we go. Oh, here we go. Why didn't I think that square might be an attack button? I'm still coming. I'm still coming. Very slowly. All this about giant creatures that move quite slowly because they're giant. I'm not sure. Some clarification would be lovely, but anyway, we're also not that big. Like fragments of Dormin. We know he's called Dormin. Do we know that? We know it now. Fragments of Dormin's soul being in the 16 Colossi. You'd expect them to be massive, but not really. Why did the Colossi need to be so big to house a soul fragment of a not very large demon, I guess? Just a thought. Getting the hell out of here. Frankly, I don't blame him. I'll get a bigger sword. You can throw it away. God, the world is your burrito at the moment. No one to the magic spring, which may have some significance. I mean, it probably does. Looks like it does. So did he know that was going to happen, or did he just do it anyway? Because if he knew it was going to happen, why didn't he do that at the start? Why didn't he prepare a plan at the start? Just in case the beast was resurrected, get to the sword as soon as possible, chuck it in the pond as soon as possible, and then we don't have to worry about anything. Also, more musical cues. I do like it. Everything comes together quite nicely. She still isn't awake! That's insane. Maybe because he didn't have enough time. Maybe we didn't give Dormin enough time to do things. We need some way of communicating and saying that, hey, could we maybe have our girlfriend back at some point? Before you kill me? Before you take over my body? We have control! We have a control in a fruitless effort. We can like dive forward as much as we want, but there is only one goal left. Only one destination left and we can see it. That's a playable epilogue. I do like a playable epilogue, which makes these experiences more at home, more genuine, more... You can feel the struggle. You can feel the struggle. I can fight against it. I can do what I can. I'll go this way. I'll kind of latch onto something. I'll go this way. I'll latch onto anything. Maybe that's the reason why you can't grab anything in this whole shrine. You can't grab onto any part of the shrine, or at least any part of the inside of the shrine. I'll just go. I mean, we're delaying the inevitable. I'll just trip over and go in there. There you go. A little bit less dignified than I would have liked. We got it over with quick, I guess. I'm just going to check my recording and see if it's still working. Or to be more specific, just catch up the display with where we are. It was about 5 seconds behind where it should have been, so just making sure it's doing the right thing. Anyway. Never really got to see that bridge. We saw the bridge, we didn't really get to run across it. It's a very large bridge. Apparently an enchanted bridge. And if you take out one support structure, or a couple of support structures, it all falls apart. Which sounds about right, actually. But even so, Jesus Christ. It's such a relentlessly depressing ending. It would only be better if these guys fell off as well, and I can't remember if they do. I feel like they escape, but like the whole journey was for nothing. And when you're playing a game, you look for a positive. You look for a hook or something that drives you towards a goal. And this is the goal. And she's not awake. How motivated were you in the end? When you fall off Malice so many times. We lost a horse to this as well. Can't forget aggro. But she is awake. We're not. We're kind of dead. But it worked out in the end. She's got to be wondering, where the hell is this? How the hell did I get here? Wasn't I sacrificed or something? Gee, I hope no one did anything stupid to bring me back alive. How does she get out as well? Just a couple of questions. Just a few things. Some things that weren't really established. It's a lovely, lovely place. It's got the corpses of 16 giant creatures dotted around the area. You can eat some lizards, they give health, and some fruit. Other than that, welcome to your new home. You'll never know who sacrificed themselves to bring you back. I don't want to talk over the music too much. I have to provide some kind of commentary, but the music is perfectly suited to each individual moment in the epilogue, so... And our horse is alive! How? You don't fall that far without, you know, losing legs or losing movement in legs. It's got a slight limp. It looks a little bit like it takes, you know, when it takes a bit of damage in normal combat. There is an upside, I guess. Horse is doing fine. And I guess if it isn't so bad, she's got a way out. Or at least a ride out. So I guess it's a happy ending after all. Not really. There's a silver lining. A really thin veneer of a silver lining. But there's a silver lining. Anyway, this has been Rabbidluigi. Well, I'm not going to finish it off now, but this has been Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus. I hope you've enjoyed the Let's Play. It's been a bizarre Let's Play because it's been very segmented. The kind of thing where there are 16 things you need to do. That's phalanx, but is that phalanx? That might be phalanx. These are the corpses of the Colossi, if you can't tell that already. Very segmented, so I know what I need to do, in what order, and what I want as a sign of progress for each episode. And I feel like I've done that, and it's made each episode seem kind of predictable, because you can go to, say, episode 10, and you can see that I'm fighting Colossus number 10. And I've never really liked the idea of having a predictable progression in a let's play, in a playthrough of a game, but then again, if you need it for any help on your end, probably don't use me as a walkthrough, but if you need it for any help on your end, you can see footage of some guy struggling with this Colossus, or doing well at this Colossus, only like 1 or 2, which I did kind of well at. So yeah, I've played this like all the way through, I think twice. I've come back to it for a certain number of Colossi. I've played like Dirge a couple of times. I did Kuromori a few times, but apart from that, not really many that I've come back to and practiced over and over again. Malice I have practiced a few times, but the problem is when you get to the higher reaches of that fight, any mistake will cause you to fall off. And yeah, it's I don't want to say that I'm amazing at this game, because I'm clearly not, but I am not terrible at this game. Somebody said that they're worst that they've ever seen at this game, but honestly, for a live setting, this is Phalanx, for the live setting, I feel I didn't do horrendously bad. Anyway, as we come to sort of the climax of this piece, this beautiful epilogue song, I really appreciate it. I can't remember what I said at the start about how the intro song is called Epilogue. It's not. It's I'm thinking of a different game where that's appropriate, but it's like intro or something like that. I can't remember why I said that, but I thought it applied to this game. It didn't. Anyway, what would you like me to play next? Because I'm not entirely sure. I said this at the start. I have a few ideas, but nothing concrete, nothing which I'm really desperate to play next. I'd like to play like BioShock, but I'm not entirely sure if that would work on this channel. I'm not sure. It's a game that, again, if I screw up, if I do anything bad with it, I'm going to feel horrendous having done something bad with it. So let me know. Also, highlights. The best moments of the Let's Play. I am behind on the highlights in general, mainly because I've had a hectic couple of months with Pokemon and doing tax and doing Canadian immigration applications. I would like to get the highlights done for the 3 Let's Plays I haven't done them for before I do another Let's Play, so it may be a little while before that. And it does mean I have less on my plate in general. Not unless they bounce. So he's not completely down on what we've done, he's just saying, you know, if you're alive somewhere, hope that you can solve the problems which you did. Kawatani, amazing. I love the music in this game because it's vibrant when it needs to be, it's mysterious when it needs to be, it's really fucking depressing when it needs to be, and I feel like it's one of the best things this game does. There's a few things I think this game doesn't do very well, like the physics engine is realistic and not necessarily good. There's a lot of things to like about that, but I feel like for the actual application of gameplay, there's a lot of moments where it trips over itself and trying to work out certain, also, quick thing, orchestral credits, not just saying, by this orchestra, also a baby, by this, it's Death Stranding, by this orchestra, actual credits for fagotto, which is like a bassoon, I believe, in a different language, but all the chorus was actually done as a group. But anyway, yeah, a lot of things this game does, the story, the application of the story, it has horns. Almost, it looks a little bit demonic, apart from just the horns. That may or may not be me. I may or may not have been reborn as me, as a baby. But, you know, she's our mother now, if we didn't know the origins. Also, Aggro is, you know, in a bad shape. How are we going to get home? Do we have a home? Where do we come from? Do we turn up in the same village as those angry people who came to this place and wrecked everything? Do we go back there and say, hello, this is the baby which really ruined this place? Don't hurt him. He's just a baby. Even if he does have horns. Scary. Where are you gonna go from here? There are, like, areas in this central temple, central shrine area. I think you can get to, like, a garden? I think it's like a glitch or an Easter egg or something. There are places you can go by exploiting bugs and all the sorts of bugs which are available in this game, and there are many. I felt I didn't show too many of them off. I felt like I just wanted to get to the end, because the Colossi themselves are enough of a challenge. This garden, is this the garden I'm thinking of? Well, you can actually get to it if you climb up the... There we go. If you climb up the shrine in the right way and sort of glitch through some places, you can get to this garden, which is shown at the end. It's an actual place which is rendered in the game, which I kind of like. There's an awful lot of this game on the same subject as this that's in here for no reason. Like areas you never go to, other than for maybe some save shrines and some lizards, which again are optional and you don't really need to get too many of, as we... You know, someone could complete this game without getting any lizards, any more health, and fighting Malice at the end, having enough grip to stab him in the head enough times to, you know, see yourself over the line. So it is ultimately optional. I'm just checking because I deleted some files off my computer just so I could have no problems with capacity on my hard drive before starting this, so I'd have plenty of space on my hard drive. We're getting close. It's been a long episode. I've stopped timing myself, because I don't really care how long it is. We're just getting to the end. And really, I guess that's another interesting part of every episode of this Let's Play being very regimented. This episode we do this, and it's very concrete, the amount of progress you can make, because it's a very simple mark of progress. Look at this wildlife! It's in a sanctum of wildlife we never saw anywhere else. Is just the rest of the land cursed, and it's just you know, just this bit which hasn't got death and destruction in it, and an overarching sense of death and black demonic tendrils sprouting out of creatures? I'm not entirely sure. Would I like another game in this vein? Absolutely. I'd like to see an updated physics engine, an updated graphical thing, because this is the HD version on the PS3, but I'd like to see, I guess a sequel, but you can't really say Shadow of the Colossus 2, because that sounds a bit stupid. So, like, something more giant beasts to fight. I think everybody likes fighting something they have no hope of beating, which is why there's a lot of fights in God of War, which are loved that way, because you shouldn't be able to beat someone who is the size of a country, that sort of thing. Like Asura's Wrath, I might play that, I'm not sure. I kind of feel like I should, but I don't think that would go down any better viewership-wise. I want some people to watch it. I don't want to play, like, you know, Takeshi's Challenge or something. I'm trying to think of something really obscure that no one would watch, and just play that and say, you know, if you don't watch it, fuck you. But then again, I want to play something that people might watch, just to get that feeling that I'm doing something that is right in the world. Do you know what I mean? Not necessarily something that will... If I wanted views, I'd play, like, Five Nights at Freddy or something stupid, so... I want to play something I enjoy that will also go down well, and people will enjoy, and people will enjoy watching. I feel like that's been the case here, but not quite in the numbers that I would have appreciated. But I don't really mind. Everything else has gone well. Are we going to follow the journey back into the start? I think that's almost what happens. It's almost what happens. That'd be amazing. That'd be so cool. And in very large text, but... Oh, God. This has been Rabbidluigi. This has been, for the very last time, I'm not going to do a bonus episode. There's little bits I can show off, but nothing substantial that I really want to show off. There's, like, concept designs for Colossi that didn't make it into the game. You get that of everything. But this has been Rabbidluigi. This has been Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus. For the very last time, let me know what your favourite moment in the Let's Play has been in the comments section below if you've made it all the way to the end of this episode, and indeed, the end of the Let's Play. Thank you so much for joining me on this gargantuan quest. Only 16 episodes long, but some of them have felt quite long to play, and maybe felt quite long to watch, including the last episode. No idea, it could be 50 minutes long. I don't know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, whenever that will be. Take care.